Are you ready to embrace your divine purpose? Everything you've gone through has been preparing you for something greater, something you were born for. This moment isn't an accident. You were chosen. Now it's time to step into your destiny. Weren't meant to just survive, but to thrive, to rise above challenges and live a life of abundance. In the next few minutes, you'll learn how to awaken your true potential and align your life with success. This isn't just motivation. This is your call to action. Focus, believe, and get ready to claim what's already yours. Are you ready to step into your divine purpose? There comes a moment in every life when the whispers of destiny grow louder until they can no longer be ignored. It's a feeling deep inside, stirring something within you, reminding you that you were meant for more than what you see around you. You may have felt this before, a flicker of something more, something greater. You knew, deep down, that you weren't just here to survive, to get by, or to accept a life of limitation. You've been wondering if there's something bigger, something divine, waiting for you to claim it. You're not wrong. This isn't a coincidence. If you're hearing this right now, it's because you were chosen. Yes, chosen. You were called by something far beyond yourself, by a divine force that has been orchestrating every step of your journey, preparing you for this very moment. You've always been chosen, even when life didn't seem to make sense, even in the darkest moments, when you wondered if you were on the right path. The truth is, you are exactly where you're meant to be. Before you were born, before you even took your first breath, your purpose was already etched in the stars. You were born with a divine mission, a calling that is uniquely yours. And no, it's not about being perfect. It's about being ready. Ready to step into your true self, ready to embrace the greatness within you. And the time for that is now. You might have faced setbacks. You might have wondered if your dreams were too big or if you were destined to stay where you are. But here's the truth. Your struggles are not a sign of failure. They are the very preparation you needed to grow into the person you were always meant to become. Every heartbreak, every challenge, every delay, it was all part of the divine plan shaping you, molding you, and setting the stage for the next phase of your life. The world may tell you that success is for the lucky or the privileged, but that's a lie. The truth is, the path to wealth, success, and purpose isn't reserved for the fortunate few. It's for anyone who dares to believe they are worthy of it. It's for you. In the Bible, we are reminded in Jeremiah 15, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." This verse isn't just a comforting idea, it's a call to action. You were known, chosen, set apart from the moment of your creation. There's no such thing as coincidence in the divine plan. Every step you've taken, every tear you've shed, every lesson you've learned was leading you toward this moment, when you would finally recognize that you are called to rise. But here's the key. You must step into that calling. You must awaken to your true purpose and say, "Yes, I am ready." Not in the distant future, but now, right now. You see, success, abundance, and fulfillment don't come to those who wait for the perfect moment. They come to those who act boldly, confidently, and with purpose. You are not just here to pass through life. You are here to make an impact. You are here to leave a legacy, to build something greater than yourself, to serve a purpose that goes beyond your own needs. The doors to your purpose are wide open, waiting for you to walk through them. But first, you must believe that you are worthy of stepping into the life you've always dreamed of. Think about it for a moment. What if the life you've been imagining, the dreams you've been nurturing deep in your heart, are already within your reach? What if everything you've been through, every trial, every challenge, has been preparing you for this exact moment, when you can finally claim the life you were born to live? When you truly awaken to the fact that you are chosen, that you are divinely called, everything begins to shift. You no longer see yourself as just another person trying to survive, trying to get by. You see yourself as a force of nature, a person with a divine purpose that cannot be ignored. You begin to move differently. You begin to think differently. You begin to believe without a shadow of a doubt that you are worthy of all the blessings, success, and abundance the world has to offer. And this belief, It's not just wishful thinking. It's a spiritual law. When you align with your purpose and walk boldly into your destiny, everything changes. Resources you never imagined will begin to find their way to you. Opportunities you never thought possible will start appearing. People will show up to support you, guide you, and lift you up. And the best part? It will feel effortless. Because when you are aligned with your divine purpose, the universe works with you. This is the kind of transformation that happens when you realize your worth. When you understand that you were born for greatness, everything starts to fall into place. You stop questioning yourself. You stop doubting, and you begin to move with confidence, knowing that the world is waiting for you to step into your power. It's time to stop living in fear. It's time to stop doubting your place in this world. You were chosen for a reason, and now it's time for you to claim it. The doors to your success, your prosperity, your divine destiny, they are already wide open. All you have to do is walk through them. The path has already been laid out for you. You were born for this. So, are you ready to step into your divine purpose? Have you ever wondered if you were meant for something greater? It's a question we all ask ourselves at some point in life, especially when things feel uncertain. When the world seems to weigh down on you, when your dreams feel just out of reach, and when the pressure of just getting by starts to feel like too much. But what if the truth is, you're not just here to get by? What if you're here to thrive? You were born for more than this. And if you've ever felt that stirring deep in your soul, that inner voice calling you to something greater, that's because it's true. You were chosen, long before you even knew it, long before you started questioning yourself. You were set apart. And this message, this moment, is proof that the time has come for you to wake up, to awaken to your true potential, and to start living the life that's always been waiting for you. I want you to understand something, and I need you to hear this loud and clear. You are not an accident. Your presence here in this very moment is no coincidence. Everything you've been through, every challenge, every setback, every heartbreak, it wasn't random. It was preparation. Divine preparation. I know there are moments when you look back and wonder why things didn't work out, why opportunities seem to slip through your fingers, or why things haven't gone the way you thought they would. But what if I told you that all of it was necessary? That every piece of your journey, every single struggle was part of the process, part of the plan. You weren't meant to stay small. You weren't born to live in the shadows of your own potential. You were made to rise, to rebuild, and to reflect greatness in everything you do. The journey you've been on, with all of its ups and downs, has been preparing you for this moment when you finally realize that the doors to your true purpose are wide open. But here's the challenge. The moment you wake up to your true potential, the moment you begin to remember who you really are, fear will try to stop you. Fear will come rushing in, whispering lies, telling you you're not enough, that you're too late, that you're not worthy of the success and abundance you've been dreaming of. That's when you need to stand firm. You need to fight the urge, to listen to the doubts and the negativity that tries to cloud your mind. Because here's the truth. Fear is not your enemy. It's a signal that you're close. Fear is the final gate before breakthrough. Think about it. Moses was terrified when God called him to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. Gideon was afraid, saying, "I am the least in my family." Esther risked her life by speaking up for her people. But each of them, despite their fear, stepped into their purpose, and in doing so, they changed the course of history. You are standing at the edge of your own breakthrough. And yes, it's scary. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But that's exactly where you need to be. Because the moment you step through that fear, when you finally take that leap of faith, that's when everything will begin to shift. You were not chosen to live a life of quiet desperation. You were chosen to thrive. And now, it's time for you to step up, to claim what's rightfully yours, and to walk boldly into the destiny that has always been waiting for you. I want you to understand that your purpose is already written. It was written before you were born, before you even took your first breath. There's a divine plan for your life, and nothing that's happened to you so far has been in vain. Every heartbreak, every hardship, every challenge was shaping you, molding you into the person you are meant to be. Now you're on the verge of something big. The path you've been searching for, the one that was always meant for you, is beginning to reveal itself. But here's the catch. You can't step into your true calling while holding on to fear, doubt, or hesitation. You must believe in your worth and in the greatness that lies within you. You must believe that you are worthy of success, abundance, and fulfillment. You must believe that you are worthy of walking in the light of your divine purpose. And I want to tell you something important. You don't have to have everything figured out right now. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be ready to walk forward with faith. Ready to leave behind the doubts and fears that have held you back for far too long. When you make that decision, when you say, I am ready, I am stepping into my purpose, you activate something powerful. You start to align yourself with divine timing, with a force greater than yourself that begins to move everything into place. Opportunities begin to open up for you. Resources you didn't know you had come flooding in. Connections that will propel you forward begin to appear. The universe, God, whatever you believe in, responds to your faith. When you act with certainty, when you move forward believing that you are already aligned with your destiny, everything starts to shift. The doors that once seemed closed will open with ease. You will begin to see the world around you move in your favor. But here's the secret. You must step forward. No one else can do this for you. You have to walk through those doors, even if you can't see the whole path ahead of you. That's where faith comes in. That's when your journey truly begins. So now I ask you, are you ready? Are you ready to claim the life that has always been waiting for you? Are you ready to walk into your divine purpose, leaving behind the fear and doubt that has held you back for so long? If you are, then take that first step. Believe in yourself. Because everything you need is already within you, and your journey to greatness is just beginning. You've always known that there's more for you. More than just surviving, more than just getting by. But what if I told you that the life you've been dreaming of, the one that you've always felt in your heart, is not only possible but already within reach? That's right. The dreams, the desires, the life you've been longing for, it's closer than you think. And here's the truth. You weren't born to live a life of limitation. You were not created to struggle from paycheck to paycheck, to live under the weight of uncertainty or fear. You were born to thrive, to rise above, and to build a life filled with abundance, purpose, and fulfillment. But here's the question. Why does it feel like this is so hard to grasp? Why does it feel like, no matter how much you strive, no matter how hard you push, something seems to hold you back? The truth is, we've been conditioned to think small. We've been taught to settle, to accept mediocrity, to think that success is reserved for a lucky few, or those born into privilege. And you know what? That's a lie. It's a story that's been passed down for generations, a story that's kept so many of us stuck, playing small and accepting less than what we were truly meant for. But you know deep down that you weren't born to play small. You've felt it, even in your lowest moments, even when you've doubted yourself. You were born for more. And now it's time to stop holding yourself back. You were created for greatness. You have the potential to achieve things that others can only dream of. Not because you're lucky, but because you were chosen. Long before you even realized it, there was a divine plan set into motion for your life. And every struggle, every challenge, every setback you faced, it's all been preparing you for this moment. You see, every trial you've endured wasn't there to break you. It was there to refine you, to shape you into the person you are meant to be. Every hardship was building your strength, your character, your resilience. Every moment you felt like giving up, it wasn't because you weren't capable, it was because you were being tested, being prepared for something bigger. But here's the thing, it's time to stop letting your past define you. It's time to stop letting those old beliefs that hold you back control your future. You were not meant to live in a cycle of survival. You weren't born to fight just to get by. You were born to build, to create, to achieve, and to inspire. Now is the time for you to rise and take hold of the life you've always been destined for. You are ready. But how do you do it? It all starts with one powerful shift. The shift from thinking small to thinking big. The shift from seeing yourself as someone who is just trying to make it, to seeing yourself as someone who is destined to succeed, destined to lead, destined to thrive. When you start thinking bigger, everything begins to change. Your mindset shifts, your actions shift. The way you show up in the world changes. You stop seeing yourself as someone who has to struggle to make ends meet. You begin to see yourself as someone who is worthy of abundance, who is worthy of success, who is worthy of all the incredible opportunities the universe has in store for you. But here's the hard truth. The road to greatness isn't always easy. It won't always be smooth, and it won't always be comfortable. You will face challenges. You will encounter obstacles. There will be moments when fear will try to creep in, when doubt will try to take over, when you'll wonder if you're on the right path. But here's the secret. These moments of struggle are not signs that you're failing. They are signs that you are on the verge of something great. The closer you get to your breakthrough, the harder the resistance will become. So, what do you do when that fear rises? What do you do when doubt whispers in your ear, telling you to quit, telling you to settle, telling you that you're not good enough? You push through. You keep moving forward. You remind yourself that you were chosen for a reason. You remind yourself that all the trials you faced were part of your training. You remind yourself that the life you've been dreaming of is waiting for you on the other side of fear, and you won't let fear stop you from stepping into it. It's time to make a decision. Are you going to keep playing small, or are you going to step into your greatness? Are you going to let your fears control you, or are you going to rise above them? Because here's what I know. Your breakthrough is already here. The doors to your purpose are wide open. The opportunities you've been waiting for are starting to align. The only thing standing in your way is the decision to believe that you are worthy of all of it. The moment you make that decision, the moment you shift your mindset from survival to success, from limitation to abundance, everything in your life will begin to change. You are not destined to live a life of just enough. You were born to live a life of overflow. You were born to create, to lead, to leave a legacy that will impact generations to come. And the time to start living that life is now. It's time to rise. It's time to believe in the greatness within you. It's time to stop playing small and start living the life you were born to live. Are you ready? What if I told you that fear, the very thing that has stopped you in your tracks all this time, is actually your greatest ally? You've felt it, haven't you? That tightness in your chest, that hesitation that makes you pause when you're about to step into something bigger. Maybe it's that voice in your head that says, what if I fail? Or what if I'm not good enough? It's fear. And for too long, you've been running from it. But what if I told you that fear isn't trying to stop you, it's trying to tell you something? What if, instead of running away from it, you could face it, look it in the eye and say, I'm ready to step through you? Fear is the final gate before breakthrough. Think about it. Every time you felt fear, it's been right before. Something big was about to happen. Every time you've hesitated, it's been because you were standing on the edge of greatness, not on the edge of failure. The closer you get to your divine purpose, the more fear will try to stop you. But that's exactly how you know you're on the right path. You see, the truth is, the bigger your dreams, the louder the fear, the greater your purpose, the more intense the resistance. But don't mistake that resistance for a sign that you should turn back. No, that resistance is telling you that you're getting close to everything you've ever wanted. It's a sign that you're on the verge of your breakthrough. You've come this far, haven't you? And if you look back, you'll see how far you've come. Every challenge, every struggle, every tear, it was all preparing you for this moment. But here's the catch. You will never fully step into your greatness if you don't move through your fear. And now, it's time to face it head on. Think about some of the most powerful figures in history. People like Moses, who was called to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. Moses was terrified. He didn't think he was qualified. He didn't feel capable. But God told him, "You are the one I've chosen." Moses had to step through his fear, had to choose faith over fear. And because of that, he led millions to freedom. Or take Esther, who risked her life to speak up for her people. She was terrified. It wasn't just her future on the line, it was her life. But she chose to act despite the fear. She chose to believe that her purpose was greater than her fear. And because of that, she saved an entire nation. These people didn't let fear stop them. They didn't let fear define their future. They let faith define it. They walked into their destiny, not because they had all the answers, but because they trusted that the purpose they were walking into was greater than the fear holding them back. And now, it's your turn. You've been walking your path. You've been working, striving, and dreaming. And now, right in front of you, is the biggest challenge yet. The fear that wants to keep you stuck in the past. The fear that wants to stop you from stepping into your future. But here's the thing. You are ready. You've been chosen. You've been prepared. Every part of your journey has led you to this exact moment. And now, you must make a choice. Will you let fear control you, or will you choose to move through it with faith? You've already taken the first step. You've already acknowledged that there's something greater for you, that you were born for more. But now it's time to take the next step. And that next step means walking through your fear, embracing, and saying, I'm not going to let this hold me back anymore. The fear you're feeling isn't a signal to stop. It's a signal to go. It's telling you that you're close, that you're on the verge of something amazing. But you have to push through. What would happen if you decided right now that fear no longer had a say in your life? What if you stopped waiting for the perfect moment to act, and instead took bold, decisive steps forward? What if you started trusting yourself, trusting your calling, trusting that you have everything you need inside of you to succeed? Here's the thing. You will never be 100% ready. Fear will always show up, no matter how far along you are. But you can choose to act anyway. You can choose to move forward in faith, even if you're scared, because fear doesn't go away. It just gets quieter as you move forward. The more you face it, the less power it has over you. You can either keep waiting for the perfect time, or you can choose to step through fear now. You can choose to step into your destiny today. The moment you decide that fear no longer controls you, your whole world starts to shift. Opportunities start to open. The people you need to meet start showing up, and you begin to realize that you've always had the strength, the courage, and the wisdom to do what you've been called to do. So, what's holding you back? The only thing standing between you and your breakthrough is the decision to move forward. You don't have to wait for everything to be perfect. You don't have to wait for the fear to go away. You just have to choose to move forward in faith, knowing that your breakthrough is waiting for you on the other side. Now is the time. Step through your fear. Your purpose is waiting for you. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side, and all you have to do is take that step. You've already faced your fears. You've already taken the first step, but now it's time for something even bigger, even more transformative. What happens next is crucial. You've broken through the resistance. You've moved beyond the hesitation. And now, the only thing left standing in your way is you. Yes, I said it. The moment you decide to stop playing small, the moment you decide to rise above your past, you realize something powerful. You were never meant to live a life of limitation. You were meant to thrive, and not just survive. You were meant to live in abundance. Think about it for a moment. When you look around at the world, you see people living in abundance, in success, in joy. And I know sometimes it feels like that's for them, but not for you. But here's the secret. Abundance isn't reserved for the lucky few. It's a result of alignment, of knowing who you truly are, and embracing that person fully. The world doesn't give success to the lucky. It gives it to those who believe they deserve it, and take action with boldness and conviction. But here's where it gets real. It's not about the money. It's about becoming the person who naturally attracts success, the person who embodies abundance, who thinks abundantly, acts abundantly, and speaks abundantly. Wealth and success are not external forces you have to chase down. They are a byproduct of your mindset, of your inner alignment with your purpose, and of your belief in your own worthiness. I know you might be thinking, how do I become that person? After all, you've been taught that wealth is for the lucky ones, that success is for people born with opportunities. But that's a lie. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you start seeing the truth, that you are just as capable, just as worthy, and just as deserving as anyone else of a life of abundance. You were born for it. Think back to when you were a child. You had dreams, wild and free, and you believed with everything in you that you could achieve them. You believed that you could do anything, that you could be anything. But somewhere along the way, life, fear, and doubt started to take root. You began to question whether you were worthy, whether you were capable, whether you deserved the things you once dreamed about. But I'm here to remind you, that child inside you still exists. That belief, that unshakable confidence in your potential is still there. You've just been carrying it underneath all the doubts, the fears, the setbacks, the pain. But it's time to let that child come out. It's time to remember that you are worthy of the success and abundance you've been seeking. You are worthy of the life you've been imagining. It's not a fantasy. It's your destiny. The path to abundance doesn't require you to chase it. It requires you to become the person who attracts it. It's about embodying the mindset, the energy, and the actions that naturally draw success to you. And that starts with something so simple yet so powerful: believing in your worth. When you start to believe, truly believe, that you are deserving of wealth, of success, of happiness, everything changes. Your energy shifts. The way you show up in the world changes. You stop apologizing for your dreams, for your desires, for your ambitions. You start to walk with confidence, knowing that everything you want is already within your reach. The moment you claim your worth, the universe starts to align with you, and doors that were once closed begin to open. Here's the powerful truth. Success isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter, aligning your actions with your purpose and stepping into your greatness without hesitation. But you cannot do that if you don't believe you're worthy of it. You can't walk into your purpose if you're still questioning whether you deserve to be there. The world is waiting for you to step into your full potential, but you can't do that until you fully believe you are worthy of it. So what does it look like when you fully embrace your worth? What happens when you stop playing small and start walking in your divine purpose? It means that you show up every day with clarity and confidence. It means that you speak abundance over your life and you act with certainty. You start to trust that everything you need, every resource, every connection, every opportunity is already on its way to you. You stop waiting for someone else to give you permission. You stop waiting for the right moment because you know that the right moment is now. You are the one who creates the opportunities. You are the one who decides how your story will unfold. And let me tell you something. The world is ready for you to step into your greatness. The opportunities you've been waiting for are already here, right in front of you. The only thing standing between where you are and where you want to be is the decision to believe in your own worth and take that first step forward. You have everything inside of you right now to create the life you've always dreamed of. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. The time is now. The shift happens when you decide that you are worthy of everything you've ever wanted. You decide that the life you desire isn't a dream. It's a reality just waiting for you to claim it. So what are you waiting for? Step into your worth. Believe that you are deserving of the abundance and success that's already on its way to you. Take that first step and let the universe respond. Because when you start believing in your worth, everything around you starts to align with your purpose. You are worthy. You are enough. And it's time to claim the life you were born to live. What would happen if you truly believed that success was already yours? Imagine for a moment, if you could wake up every single day with the unshakable belief that everything you've ever dreamed of, success, abundance, happiness, is already on its way to you. What would you do differently? How would you show up in the world? Would you stop waiting for the perfect moment? Would you stop holding back and start acting with the kind of certainty that makes the universe bend to your will? I can feel the hesitation. Because let's be real, it's hard to believe it sometimes. It's hard when you've been struggling, when you face disappointment after disappointment. It's hard when it feels like no matter how hard you try, success is just out of reach. But let me tell you this, your struggle doesn't define you. It's just part of your story, part of your preparation. And once you realize that, everything changes. The moment you decide to believe, truly believe, that success is inevitable for you, that's when everything begins to shift. You see, the key isn't working harder or trying to force things into place. The key is aligning yourself with the truth that everything you want is already within your reach. The universe responds to your energy, your thoughts, and most importantly, your belief. When you change your mindset, when you begin to live as if success is already yours, you open yourself up to all the opportunities and blessings waiting for you. But here's the catch. Believing is not enough. You can't just think positive thoughts and wait for success to fall into your lap. Belief has to be followed by action. You have to show up every day, ready to step into the life that's already yours. The universe doesn't respond to hesitation. It responds to alignment. And alignment requires action. When you believe in your own worth, when you believe that success is not a distant dream but a current reality, you start acting differently. You start making decisions that reflect that belief. You stop second-guessing yourself. You stop waiting for permission. You move through life with confidence, knowing that the steps you're taking are leading you directly toward your goals. But why do so many people struggle with this? Why do so many of us continue to doubt ourselves, continue to hold back, even when we know deep down that we were made for more? The answer is simple. Fear. Fear holds us back. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear that maybe we're not enough. And fear is sneaky. It doesn't always come in the form of loud, obvious doubts. Sometimes it's the small, subtle thoughts that tell you, maybe later, or I'm not ready yet. But here's the truth. There is no perfect moment. There's no waiting for the perfect set of circumstances to arrive. The perfect moment is now. And here's where the magic happens. When you believe, when you trust that success is already yours, the universe starts aligning things for you. People, opportunities, resources, they start showing up. You stop feeling like you're pushing against a wall. You begin to realize that you've been resisting something that was always meant to be yours. The only thing standing between where you are now and where you want to be is the decision to act. What if you woke up tomorrow and decided, I'm going to act as if success is already mine? What if you stepped into your day knowing that the things you've been hoping for are already on their way to you? What if you stopped holding yourself back and started acting in alignment with your desires? This isn't about pretending. It's about stepping into the version of yourself who believes in your success, who believes you are worthy of all the abundance the world has to offer. It's about showing up every single day with the mindset that says, I am already successful. I am already worthy. I am already aligned with my purpose, and the universe is already bringing everything I need to me. And here's the real shift. When you act with that level of certainty, the world around you begins to shift. Opportunities that once felt out of reach start to come to you. You begin to attract the people, resources, and ideas that are in alignment with your goals. And the best part? You no longer feel like you're struggling or fighting against the tide. You feel like you're flowing with the current, moving easily toward everything you've ever wanted. This is where most people get stuck. They feel like success is something they have to chase. But the truth is, success comes when you stop chasing it and start becoming it. When you embody the person who already has what you want, that's when everything starts to align. That's when the opportunities come. That's when the magic happens. And now it's your turn. Are you ready to step into the life that's already waiting for you? Are you ready to stop doubting yourself and start believing that everything you want is already yours? The universe is waiting for you to make the decision, to decide that success isn't just a dream, but a reality. And when you make that decision, everything begins to shift. You already have everything you need. You just need to step into it, believe it, and act like it's already yours. The life you've been dreaming of is closer than you think. You just need to start moving with the confidence that it's already on its way. So, what's stopping you? Step into your worth. Step into your abundance. Step into the success that's already yours. Your dreams are not out of reach. They are right in front of you, waiting for you to claim them. Now is the time. Act as if it's already yours and watch how the universe responds. You've taken the leap. You've made the decision to believe in your worth, to act with purpose, and to claim the abundance that's always been meant for you. But now something else is required of you. Something even more powerful than belief. Something that separates those who succeed from those who fall short. It's called consistent action. You've already shifted your mindset. You've decided that success isn't something you have to chase. It's something you're already aligned with. But here's where it gets tricky. Success doesn't just come because you believe you deserve it. It comes because you take the actions that align with the person you are becoming. And those actions must be consistent, intentional, and full of faith. I know you might be thinking, I've done everything right. I've aligned myself with my purpose. I believe in my worth. Why is it still so hard? The answer is simple. Success is a journey, not a destination. And every step of that journey requires action, even when it feels like nothing is happening. It requires persistence, even when you can't see the results right away. It requires faith, even when the evidence hasn't fully shown up yet. Think about the most successful people you know, whether it's someone you admire, someone you look up to, or even someone you've seen rise from humble beginnings. They didn't get to where they are by simply believing in themselves. They didn't get there by waiting for the world to change. They got there by taking small, consistent actions every single day, no matter how hard it seemed, no matter how many setbacks they faced. Success doesn't come to those who wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't come to those who sit back and hope things will magically fall into place. It comes to those who keep moving forward, even when they don't feel ready, even when the path isn't clear. Every successful person, every millionaire, every person who has achieved their dreams has faced fear, doubt, and resistance. The difference is they kept going. They didn't wait for the right time to act. They didn't wait for all the pieces to fall into place. They acted in faith, and they acted consistently. And now, it's your turn. You've already aligned your mindset with your purpose. You've made the decision to step into the life you deserve. But now, you must take consistent action to back up that decision. You have to show up every single day, even when it's hard, even when it feels like nothing is changing. You have to act in alignment with your purpose, regardless of the obstacles that may stand in your way. Let me ask you this. What would happen if you committed to your dreams every day, no matter how small the step? What if you made the decision to show up consistently even when you don't feel like it, even when you doubt yourself? I can promise you this. The universe will respond. When you show up with consistency, with faith, with a clear intention to achieve your purpose, the world around you will start to shift. The right people will come into your life. The right opportunities will present themselves. And more importantly, you will begin to see yourself transform into the person who is capable of achieving all that you desire. But it's not just about taking action. It's about taking the right action. It's about doing the things that move you closer to your goals, no matter how small or insignificant they seem. It's about being proactive, taking ownership of your life, and refusing to let fear or doubt dictate your path. When you're aligned with your purpose, every step you take is moving you in the right direction, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. Let's be real for a second. There will be times when you feel like giving up. There will be days when nothing seems to be working, when everything feels like a struggle. But let me remind you of something incredibly powerful. It's in those moments when you feel like quitting that your breakthrough is closest. The universe is testing you to see if you truly believe in your path, to see if you're willing to persist, even when the evidence of success hasn't fully materialized. And it's in those moments that you must choose to push through, to continue, moving forward with faith even when you can't see the end result. It's like planting a seed in the ground. When you first plant it, it doesn't look like much. It's just a tiny seed buried beneath the surface. But every day, you water it, you nurture it, you trust that in time, it will grow. And eventually, the seed will sprout, and you'll begin to see the results of all that consistent action. That's how success works. It's not about instant gratification. It's about showing up every single day, doing the work, and trusting that the results will come. You're not going to see the fruit of your labor right away. But if you keep taking consistent, intentional action, eventually, the seeds you've planted will begin to grow, and you will start to see the success you've been working for. And here's the best part. You're already on the right path. Everything you've done up until this point, every decision you've made, every step you've taken, has brought you to where you are right now. The only thing left is to keep moving forward, to keep taking action, and to trust that success is already on its way. So I challenge you. What would happen if you committed to consistent action today? What would happen if you showed up every day with the intention to move forward, no matter how small the step? I'll tell you what will happen. You'll look back in 6 months, in 1 year, or even in 5 years, and you'll realize that all those small steps, all those moments of consistency, have brought you closer to the life you've always dreamed of. And when that happens, you'll know that your journey was worth every step. You've already taken consistent action. You've stayed committed. You've moved through the fears, pushed past the doubts, and refused to let life's challenges define you. But now, something even deeper is calling you. Something that will take your journey from good to extraordinary. It's time to align your inner world with your outer world. You've been doing the work. You've been showing up every day with belief, with purpose, with the kind of consistency that most people only dream of. And you're starting to see the shifts. Opportunities are beginning to show up. Your mindset is stronger. Your confidence is growing. But here's the thing. None of it will truly come to fruition until you align every part of you, your mind, your heart, your energy, with the life you're creating. It's not enough to just take action. It's not enough to simply believe in your success. If your actions and your beliefs are not in full alignment, if your energy doesn't match the life you want to manifest, the universe won't fully respond. Think about it for a moment. You know deep inside that you are capable of greatness, that you deserve success. But if you're still holding on to past fears, past failures, or limiting beliefs, you're sending mixed signals into the world. You can't expect to achieve your dreams if your inner world is filled with doubt and fear. You can't manifest abundance if you're still holding on to a mindset of lack. This is where the magic happens. True alignment comes when you let go of the old stories that no longer serve you and fully step into the person you are meant to be. This means stepping away from the old patterns that have kept you stuck. The old way of thinking, the belief that success is hard to attain, that you aren't worthy, that you have to hustle non-stop just to make it. These are the beliefs that have kept so many people from stepping into their true power. But you know better. You've learned. You've realized that success doesn't come through struggle alone. It comes through alignment. Alignment is when your thoughts, beliefs, actions, and energy are all in sync with the life you're creating. And when everything is aligned, everything starts to flow effortlessly. Think about the most successful people you know, the ones who seem to have it all. They don't just take action, they take inspired action. Their beliefs are in harmony with their actions. Their energy is in harmony with their vision. And that's why success seems to come so easily for them. It's not because they have more luck or more talent. It's because they've mastered the art of alignment. And when you align yourself with your purpose, with your vision, you'll notice how opportunities begin to multiply. But here's the hard truth. Alignment takes commitment. It's not enough to just go through the motions. It's not enough to say you want success and then act like you don't deserve it. To align your inner world with your outer world, you have to fully commit to becoming the person who is worthy of everything you've been dreaming of. This means embracing the truth that you are worthy of everything you desire. This means letting go of the guilt, the self-doubt, and the fear that's been holding you back. It's time to stop thinking small and step into the version of yourself who believes that success is not only possible, but it is already on its way. So, how do you do this? How do you align your mind, heart, and energy with the life you want to create? It starts with mindset. You must consistently remind yourself that you are worthy. You must replace every thought of fear, doubt, or lack with a thought of abundance, possibility, and faith. It's a constant practice, but the more you align your mindset with the life you want, the more effortless it becomes. It's also about energy. If you want to attract abundance, you must become a magnet for it. You can't expect to manifest wealth and success if you're constantly surrounded by negativity, or if you're always focused on what you don't have. You must raise your energy to match the vibration of your desires. This means surrounding yourself with positivity, staying away from negativity, and taking actions that inspire you, that fill you with excitement and passion. And finally, it's about action. As you align your beliefs and energy with your desires, you'll start to take inspired action. This isn't just about working hard, it's about working smart. It's about trusting your intuition, listening to the whispers of the universe, and taking actions that feel aligned with your purpose. But here's the thing, alignment doesn't mean perfection. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to have all the answers. It simply means choosing to believe in yourself, choosing to believe that everything you desire is already on its way, and choosing to act in a way that reflects that belief. The universe doesn't respond to perfection. It responds to intention. It responds to the clarity of your purpose, the certainty in your actions, and the vibrational alignment of your energy. And when you align everything within you, your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions, your energy, success is not just inevitable, it's guaranteed. You will begin to see doors open, opportunities present themselves, and your vision for the life you want to create manifest right before your eyes. So ask yourself, are you ready to fully align with your purpose? Are you ready to release the past, let go of the doubt, and step into the person you were always meant to be? Are you ready to embrace abundance, not as a distant dream, but as your current reality? Because when you align your inner world with your outer world, that's when the magic happens. That's when everything you've been working for starts to flow into your life with ease. You are ready. It's time to step into the fullest version of yourself and align everything, your mind, your heart, and your energy, with the success that's already on its way to you. You've aligned your thoughts, beliefs, and energy. You've taken consistent action, and now you might be wondering, what comes next? You've done everything you've been told. You've put in the work, stepped through the fear, embraced your worth, and aligned your purpose with the universe. But the journey doesn't end here. It's just beginning. Because the truth is, all the steps you've taken, those moments of courage, the consistency, the mindset shifts, were not only preparing you for success, they were preparing you for the next phase of your growth. What you're about to experience is not just about achieving success, it's about becoming the person who effortlessly attracts success. This next step is where the magic happens. It's when you stop focusing on what you lack and start focusing on what you have. It's when you stop striving for success and start embodying it. You've been putting in the work, yes, but now you need to start thinking like the person who already has everything they desire. Because once you step into this mindset, once you truly believe that you are worthy of everything you've been working toward, that's when things begin to fall into place in ways you've never imagined. But here's the catch. You must fully embrace the abundance that's already on its way to you. You must stop playing small. You must stop letting doubt and hesitation rule your life. Because if you want to continue on the path you've started, If you want the universe to continue aligning opportunities, resources, and people in your you have to believe that everything you've been working for is already here. And once you do that, everything changes. It's like this. You can't keep showing up for the life you want if you're still holding on to beliefs of lack or inadequacy. You can't keep asking for abundance if your actions don't reflect that you already have it. This is when the shift happens, when you act from a place of abundance, not scarcity. Take a moment to think about the successful people you admire. The ones who seem to have it all. Their business is booming, their relationships are thriving, and they live a life of fulfillment. What do they all have in common? They don't chase success. Success chases them. Why? Because they have stepped into their identity as people who naturally attract success. They believe they are worthy of all that they desire. They move through life with a sense of ease, of flow, and that's what draws opportunities to them. The question is, are you ready to step into that version of yourself? Are you ready to stop seeing success as something you have to work for endlessly and start seeing it as a natural byproduct of who you are becoming? The universe operates on a very simple principle. Energy attracts like energy. When you raise your energy, when you live as if your success is inevitable, your vibration shifts. You become a magnet for the very things you've been waiting for. Opportunities will appear where there were once obstacles. Resources will show up. Doors that were once closed will swing wide open. But here's the key. You have to believe that this is your reality before you can fully step into it. Here's the hard truth. Too many people are waiting for success to come to them first. They want to see the evidence before they act. They want to wait until they feel fully ready before they take the leap. But that's not how the universe works. You have to believe before you see it. Let me repeat that. You have to believe before you see it. That's when the magic happens. That's when you align yourself with the abundance you deserve. You see, success isn't just about achieving goals. It's about becoming the person who embodies those goals. And when you do that, the universe begins to conspire in your favor. Now ask yourself, how are you showing up every day? Are you showing up as the person who is already living their dream life? Or are you still holding on to the doubt, the fear, and the uncertainty that kept you stuck in the past? It's time for a shift. It's time to start living from a place, certainty. It's time to act as if you already have everything you want. When you do that, you'll begin to see the universe respond. You'll begin to see people who align with your energy, opportunities that fit your vision, and resources that match your goals. But the moment you stop believing that you are worthy of success is the moment the universe stops responding. The moment you start to doubt, hesitate, or play small is the moment the energy shifts away from you. But here's the good news. You get to decide. Every day, with every action, with every thought, you get to decide who you are and what you deserve. And if you choose to show up as someone who is worthy, someone who is abundant, someone who is destined for greatness, you will begin to attract everything you've ever wanted. So, now it's your turn. Are you ready to stop chasing success and start embodying it? Are you ready to stop working from a place of scarcity and start living from a place of abundance? The universe has already aligned everything you need. The doors are open. The opportunities are there. And all you have to do now is step into them. Step into the life that you've been dreaming of. Step into your purpose. Step into your worth. Because when you do, everything will change. Your success will no longer be something you're chasing. It will be something that chases you. And that's when you'll realize that everything you've ever wanted was always within your reach. You just had to believe it. You've aligned your energy. You've embraced your worth. You've believed in your success before you could see it, and now the universe is responding. But here's the most important question you need to answer now. Are you willing to step into the life you've been waiting for? Because all of this, the belief, the alignment, the consistent action, it doesn't mean anything if you're still hesitating at the edge. It doesn't matter how much work you've done or how much You've prepared if you don't make the decision to step forward. You've already created the path, but now you need to walk it. This is where so many people get stuck. They do all the work, they put in the effort, they shift their mindset, take consistent action, and even start seeing the first signs of success. But when it's time to take that next big leap, when it's time to actually step into the life they've been working for, they freeze. Why? Because it's scary, because uncertainty creeps in, because the fear of failure, of judgment, or of the unknown can be paralyzing. But here's the truth. The fear you're feeling right now is a sign that you're on the verge of something. You're standing at the threshold of your breakthrough. The only thing left is to make the decision to move forward, no matter how uncertain it feels. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. The universe has already paved the way. For you, the opportunities are already in front of you, but they won't wait forever. You have to act now. You have to decide that the life you've been dreaming of is worth stepping into, even if it feels scary, even if it's not perfect, even if it's not fully clear yet. Because here's the thing about success. It's not about having all the answers before you start. It's about taking that first step, trusting that the next steps will unfold as you go. The moment you decide to step forward, you activate something incredibly powerful: momentum. And momentum is a game changer. It's what turns a dream into reality. It's what transforms a goal into an achievement. When you start moving, even just a little, the universe responds. It meets you halfway. Opportunities start flowing. The people you need show up. The resources you've been seeking come to you, and the best part? You start to realize that everything you've been waiting for was always within your reach. You just had to move. I know it's scary. I know the fear of the unknown can feel overwhelming. But remember, every successful person you admire, every leader, every entrepreneur, every person who has achieved their dreams, felt the same fear. What set them apart was not that they didn't feel afraid, but that they chose to move anyway. They chose to believe that their dreams were worth the risk. And now it's your turn. It's time to choose to move. It's time to step forward into your greatness, no matter how uncertain the path may seem. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to know exactly what's going to happen next. What you need is to trust in yourself, trust in the work you've put in, and trust that the universe is guiding you every step of the way. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment. It's time to stop second-guessing yourself. You are ready. You've already done the work. You've already made the shifts, taken the actions, and aligned your energy with success. Now, all that's left is to take the leap, because success is already here. All you have to do is step into it. But I want you to understand something vital. The most successful people aren't the ones who never felt fear. They're the ones who faced it, acknowledged it, and then decided to take action anyway. They understood that fear is not a roadblock. It's a signpost. A signpost telling you that you're about to take the next big step toward your destiny. So I ask you again, are you ready to move? Are you ready to step into the life you've been dreaming of? The opportunities are already in front of you. The universe is already aligning everything you need. The only thing left is for you to decide that now is the time. This is your moment. The moment when everything changes. The moment when you make the decision to walk through the doors that have been waiting for you. The moment when you decide to step into your greatness, to fully embrace your worth, and to trust that the universe is on your side. There is no better time than now. The path you've been waiting for is already here. All you have to do is take that first step. And when you do, you'll realize that the rest of the journey is already unfolding for you. This is your time. It's time to stop hesitating, stop waiting, and start moving. Your future is waiting for you. Now it's time for you to claim it. Are you ready? Because the universe is ready for you. Thank you so much for watching. We hope this message resonated with you and inspired you to take that next step toward your dreams. Remember, you are capable of achieving greatness, and the universe is ready to align with your purpose. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss out on future content. By subscribing, you'll stay connected with more insights, inspiration, and motivation to keep you moving forward on your journey. Thank you for being here, and we can't wait to share more with you in the next video. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and keep believing in yourself.